for everyone to be useful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Preeti ji. Thank you so much, Neha ji, and all the team members of ASF Medicare. Okay, so to start with, I want you all to type in the chat box, how are you feeling today? What is your feeling today? I want an interactive session. I want you to all participate. Most of you, as much as you can, if you can open the video and participate, it will be very nice. Okay? I would love you all to see your face. I would love to see your face, the way you are interacting in the webinars. Can I see your face, please? As much as you can. Don't mind even if you don't dress up. No worries. It's okay. It's a holiday. It's a cozy Saturday evening. Fine. However you look, doesn't matter. Just show up.
Ma'am, we are receiving a few answers in the chat box, ma'am. I'm feeling good. Feeling good,
okay,
ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone is sharing their feeling. Right. Now I can see the feeling in your face too, right? I can see the feeling in your face. Fantastic. Okay. So feeling good. Good means, what is the meaning of good? What is the meaning of good? Can anyone say why you say good? Good means what?
Feeling cheerful for the evening.
Cheerful. Fantastic. Nice. Okay. Can we say comfortable? Feeling good means you feel comfortable. Right? Okay. Superb. Fantastic. Okay. So now, today's session, we are going to talk about the food for the mind. Do mind eat some food? Really? Do we need something to be fed for the mind every single day? Have you ever thought of that? Yes. Anyone, have you ever thought of that? You need to feed your mind every single day. How will you feel if you don't eat one day, or if you don't drink some water on a day, or if you miss the sleep for 2 days? How will you feel? How will you feel when you miss to eat, or if you don't have water to drink when you're very, very thirsty, and if you miss the sleep? Very tired, okay? Anything else?
Incomplete.
Incomplete.
Lack of energy.
Lack of energy.
We feel totally exhausted.
Totally exhausted. Fantastic. Will you feel an imbalance in your body? Shaky? You will feel a shake in your body, you will feel an imbalance in your body. If you don't have food, water, or sleep as per your body's requirement, you will go into a state of imbalance, right? So, now we have to understand what is the food that is required for our mind every day. And are we feeding those food every day so that we have the balance in our life, And now we will understand why we are having so much imbalance, like stress, like depression, like anxiety, the anger, the resentment, the dull mood, all these things. Why are we having all these uncomfortable state? All these imbalances are arising only because we are not feeding our mind properly. The required food, it has to be fed. How many of you feel like bulb on? Like, wow, this I have never heard about this. Can you write BB? Bulb on, BB on the chat box? Really, I have never heard about this. I have to feed my mind with some food every day, and I never knew that. And because of this only, I am having all these anxiety, stress, everything. Right? Okay, great. So you all actually know everything, but only thing is the points are not connected. Somewhere here and there you will know different things, but the points are not connected. So today we are going to connect all the dots to understand why we need to focus on feeding our mind some food, and what are those food we need to feed, and how do we do that? How do we do that? Also, what are all the effects of starving of the brain will create? If we don't give that food properly, what is the starving of the brain will create imbalance in our body and the life. That also we are going to understand today. Okay, are you all ready? Are you all ready? Yes? Okay. Right. I see many thumbs up. Now I will share my screen. Okay. Can you all see the screen? Great. Super. Right. So now the food for the mind, or the 7 psychological needs, that is the topic that we are going to talk about. If you need some notes, you can have some paper, pen nearby so that you can take some notes, because there are going to be a lot of pointers I'm going to give, so that when you note it down, afterwards when you want to recheck every day, it will be easy for you. And at the last also, I will be giving some assignments for you to do every day. For that also, you need to get a paper or notepad and a pen. So just run around, take a paper or notebook or pen and come back. Right. Okay. So we just talked about the physical needs. Okay. We need to have food, we need to have water, and we need to have balanced sleep. Just a minute. I'll mute everyone. Thank you. Okay. So food, when we think about food, we all know we don't eat food in the regular quantity every single time. Sometimes we need more, sometimes we need less, sometimes we may not feel hungry at all. Sometimes our body will reject some foods, we will have some allergy to certain foods and we can't bear that food. So for one food, we are calibrating so much that what does we like, the quantity that we eat, or the taste and the preferences, the preferred food, and whether we overeat or undereat, or are we having a balanced diet. So for one physical need, we are focusing on so much, like going on Google and see, which is the healthy diet, which one gives good health and which is not bad, which is tasty. Most of the time we go in for junk also, without even thinking of the negative impact of the food on our body. Right? Okay. Are you all good? Are you all understanding what I'm saying? Are you all on same page with me? Is there anyone who can't understand English here, or shall I continue, or shall I use Tamil? Tamil la konjam sollalaama?
Ma'am, it would be better if you can go bilingual, ma'am.
Yes, okay, super. Okay, so now இப்போ food நம்ம பார்க்கும்போது it is very unique for everyone. ஒவ்வொருத்தரோட சாப்பிடுற அளவும் டிஃபர் ஆகும். இப்போ நான் என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்டை வந்து வெளியில கூட்டிட்டு போறேன். I am going to buy a food for her. ஓகே, சப்போஸ் அவங்களுக்கு பிடிச்ச ஃபுட் எனக்கு பிடிக்கல அப்படின்னு சொன்னா அந்த ஃபுட்டை நான் சாப்பிட முடியுமா? அவங்களுக்கு பிடிச்ச ஃபுட்டை நான் வாங்கி தரேன், அந்த ஃபுட்டு எனக்கு பிடிக்காது, அப்ப நான் அந்த ஃபுட்டை சாப்பிடுவேனா இல்ல எனக்கு பிடிச்ச ஃபுட்டு தான் சாப்பிடுவேனா? நமக்கு பிடிச்சதை நம்ம சாப்பிடுவோம் இல்லையா? So if I get them one food, I cannot expect the same food from them. Even if they give the same food to us, we will not eat it because we don't like that food. We will have our own preferences. Correct? எல்லாருக்குமே அவங்களுக்கு பிடிச்ச அளவு, பிடிச்ச quantity, and the time also is important. ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச food, when you are full, if your friend is bringing and giving you that food, பிடிச்ச food தான் உங்களுக்கு வேணும்னு உங்களுக்கு பிடிக்கும்னு வாங்கி வந்து கொடுக்குறேன்னு சொல்லும்போது உங்களால அதை சாப்பிட முடியுமா? சாப்பிட மாட்டீங்களா? சாப்பிட முடியாது. So you will keep it aside. So அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணும்போது is it allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. It's quite allowed. It's quite allowed. No, if people can understand you are full, so whatever I give, you cannot take. Correct. Sometimes you are in a position not to come and eat, so you don't want to come and see food at all because you have something going on. Appo, is it allowed that சரி நீ வர வேண்டாம் நாங்க போறோம், you don't need to come and eat food or you don't need to buy me food அப்படின்ற ஸ்டேட்டும் இருக்கா இல்லையா? இருக்கு. So we understand the digestive system of one person is unique and we go with the relevant state to understand எது அவங்களுக்கு பிடிக்குமோ அவங்க சாப்பிடலாம், பிடிக்கலன்னா சாப்பிட வேணாம், கம்பல் பண்ண வேணாம், அங்க ஃபோர்ஸ் வேண்டாம் அப்படின்றது நமக்கு கிளியரா தெரியும். அதே மாதிரி தான் வாட்டருக்கும் அப்படிதான். நம்ம ஓவரா தண்ணி குடிச்சிட்டே இருப்போம், சம்டைம்ஸ் டீஹைட்ரேஷன்ல வந்து நிற்கும். We will also have the dehydration happening in our body. Then we will balance. அதே மாதிரி overeating, indigested food ஆகும். Sometimes when there is an indigestion, you cannot take more food. You will stop taking food. Then you will take medicines and you will come out of that indigestion. or கொஞ்சம் time out கொடுக்கணும் இல்லையா? time out. Think about the time outs that you are taking for food, water and sleep also. ரொம்ப தூக்கம் வருது அப்படின்னா சாப்பிட சொன்னா சாப்பாடு கூட வேண்டாம், எனக்கு தூங்கலாம் அப்படின்ற ஸ்டேட்டுக்கு போயிடும். அண்ட் ஸ்லீப்போட டைமும் டிஃபர் ஆகும் ஒரு பர்சனுக்கும். 2 persons are there. 1 person can sleep 5 hours and get up without being tired, or they can get up with energy. அதே சமயத்துல 8 hours தூங்கினாலும் டயர்டா எழுந்திருக்கிறவங்க இருப்பாங்க. So can you equalize and match? Can you equalize and match one person's need for sleep and another person's need for sleep? It cannot match. We all know very clearly all these physical needs are unique for everyone and we don't need to expect the same from others. Correct? Pandroma illiya? So make a note of it, because this is the rule that is going to apply for the psychological needs also. But there we are not following these rules. Okay, there we are not following these rules because we don't even know that is a food for the mind. That is the need for the mind. புரியுதா இப்போ? So what are all the physical needs? பார்த்தாச்சு. Physical needs are completely unique for everyone and we cannot equalize and balance. இது tit for tat மாதிரி பண்ண முடியாது. நான் கொடுத்ததை நீ திருப்பி கொடுக்கணும், அதே தான் திருப்பி பண்ணணும் அப்படின்ற எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன் இங்க பண்ண முடியாது, because everybody's need is completely unique. We all understand, we all respect that need and அதே ரெஸ்பெக்ட நம்ம மெயின்டைனும் பண்றோம் physical need. Now coming to the psychological need. Okay, so எதுக்கு psychological needs தேவை? உடம்புக்கு physical needs எதுக்கு தேவை? So we need to grow, we need to maintain, we need to be healthy, we need to be energetic, we need to run here and there, we need to do all the works. So we need food, water and rest for the body. For the mind, why do we need some needs? That is the hunger. So mind has two parts, conscious part and the subconscious part. Conscious part is the thing that you understand. நம்ம நேர பார்க்கிறது, கேட்கறது, அதை புரிஞ்சுக்கிறது, அதுதான் வந்து கான்சியஸ் பார்ட், அவேர்னஸ்ல இருக்கிற பார்ட். அதை தாண்டி உள்ளுக்குள்ள ஒரு பிலீஃப் சிஸ்டம் இருக்கும். அந்த பிலீஃப் சிஸ்டம் இஸ் த ரெக்கார்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்சஸ் தட் யூ ஹேட் ஃப்ரம் த பர்த். பிறந்த பிரெயின் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகி பிரெயின் உருவான சமயத்திலிருந்து என்னென்ன இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் எல்லாம் உள்ள போச்சோ அத்தனையும் நம்மளுடைய சப்கான்சியஸ்ல ஒரு ரெக்கார்டர் மாதிரி, ஒரு லைப்ரரி மாதிரி இட் இஸ் தட். ஸோ நமக்கு தேவையான விஷயத்தை எடுக்கும்போது இந்த லைப்ரரியில உள்ள போய் அந்த பர்டிகுலர் ஈவெண்ட்டை ஃபெச் பண்ணி அதுக்கு ரிலேட்டட் இன்சிடென்ட்ஸ், அதுக்கு ரிலேட்டட் பிக்சர்ஸ், அதுக்கு ரிலேட்டட் எமோஷன்ஸ் எல்லாத்தையும் சர்ஃபேஸ்க்கு கான்சியஸ்னஸ்க்கு கொண்டு வரும், அவேர்னஸ்க்கு கொண்டு வரும். அதான் பிரெயினோட ஒர்க். ஓகே, and with that we evaluate every situation and take decisions. Why it is coming? To take decisions. So for doing that work properly, we need some food. What is that food? The food is mainly for survival and adaptation. So mind என்ன செய்யுது அப்படின்னு சொன்னா, இந்த வேர்ல்டுல நான் சர்வைவ் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா, I need some food. So that I will understand which is danger, which is not dangerous, which I can take risk, or is it good for me, or it is bad for me, or is it helpful for my growth, is it not helpful for my life, will I save me, will I hurt me? All these things you need to understand by using the brain to survive in this world and to adapt with the climatic conditions, with the different social setup, with people, with situations. எல்லாத்துக்கும் அடாப்ட் நம்ம பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா அந்த பிரெயினுக்கு சர்டன் நீட் இருக்கு, அதாவது சர்டன் ஃபுட் தேவை. அந்த ஃபுட் கொடுக்கும் போதுதான் பிரெயினால இந்த சர்வைவல் அண்ட் அடாப்டேஷன் ப்ராசஸ பர்ஃபெக்டா பண்ண முடியும். நம்பர் 2 இஸ் எமோஷனல் வெல்பீயிங். ஹியூமன் பீயிங்கோட யூனிக்னஸே என்னன்னா, we are able to feel. We can feel the emotions. The experiences are also recorded in our memory. So not only we see an ice cream, not only we taste an ice cream, not only we have fun or the coolness we have in our hands, all these things are going inside. With this, the blissful state or the enjoyment or the excitement also gets connected and gets recorded in our brain. இல்லையா? ஒரு விஷயம் பண்ணும்போது நமக்கு அது ஒரு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸும் சேர்ந்து உள்ள ரெக்கார்ட் ஆகும். வெறும் பிக்சர் மூவி மாதிரி மட்டும் ரெக்கார்ட் ஆகாது, அதோட ஒரு எமோஷனல் கண்டென்ட்டும் சேர்ந்து ரெக்கார்ட் ஆகும். So how to record this emotional content and to use this emotional content properly, we need some needs for the brain. We need some food for the brain. Another thing is to growth and self-actualization. Actually, இந்த பூமிக்கு வந்தாச்சு ஹியூமன் பீயிங், அப்படியே சாப்பிடுறது, தூங்குறது, அது வேலையை டெய்லி ரொட்டீன்ல பாக்குறது அப்படின்றதுல ஒரு சாமே இல்லை. There is no interest in that. So to create an interest in the life, we are motivated to go towards some achievement state, growth state. Growth state is leveling up, knowing more things. இப்ப நேஹா கேட்டாங்கல்ல, how are you doing ma'am அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க இல்லையா? So that is what is keeping me alive. That is what is called ikigai. The more you learn new things every single day, you become younger in mind, you become active, because the more neural network, the more connection you create in your brain, that is an important food we need. So, and the growth and self-actualization will keep you busy and active. For that, you need the mind food. Okay. Next is the social connection and bonding. All human beings are social being. All human beings are social being, and we need to interact with people always. All the time we talk with people, and all the time we are connected with people. So for that, we need to understand the behavior of other people. For that, our mind has to work in a certain way to understand the feelings and emotions. For that, we need food. Next is the motivation for action. So when you need to have a growth in your life, we need to actually have motivation also. Without motivation, we cannot grow. So for that also, we need some food for the mind. And resilience in adversity. All the time is not at all same for our life. No, suddenly there are some uncertainties happening. Some things are suddenly happening. All the changes can come suddenly. We need to have resilience in adversities. So some challenges is always there in our life. How to handle this challenge? For that, we need to have brain working in a certain way. For that, we need a food. Finally, the fulfillment of the potential. Every human being have high potential to perform. There is no one who are lower or nothing. Whenever the brain is produced, it is like an iPhone manufactured with the same calibration, almost with different version at all. That's all. If one version is can do in this much of job, same way, every brain can also perform in the same way. Only thing is, the people who get that iPhone, how much they use that iPhone decides the potential of that phone. If a person gets an iPhone and they use only for talking and sending messages, Whereas another person who is getting that iPhone and he is building a whole business over that iPhone and he is earning multiple lakhs every month. So the potential differs not because of the iPhone, it is because of the person who is using the iPhone. So here, all our brain have the same potential to do whatever successful people are doing at this current moment. Only that physical part, which is, no, doctors say this part is not grown or this part is not working or this is some physical ailment or damage has happened. Otherwise, every normal brain has equal capacity to perform the same way as the successful person in this world. Only thing is we are not training it properly and we are not exposing it for the proper experiences. That is why it is underperformed always. So by understanding this food for the brain and we feed the food for the brain properly, then we can tap this potential and become very, very successful. So how many of you are excited to know this? To tap your potential and to become very successful just by understanding the 7 food that we need to feed our brain or mind every single day. Ready? Fantastic. Okay, super. Great going. Thank you. Okay, now we directly move on to the 7 psychological needs because that is the important thing that we are going to see today. Before that, I want you to all answer these questions. You can say yes or no in the chat box. Okay, I will read the questions. Okay, if you say yes or no, you can say no. Okay, so I want to feel safe always. I want to feel safe always. Always. Yes or no? I want to feel safe always. Yes. Okay. I want to be in the comfort zone. Okay. Yes. No. Okay. Great. Sometimes great. Not necessary. Fantastic. Okay. I want to be adventurous. I want to be adventurous. You have to honestly tell. If you are saying, I want to be adventurous, are you ready to go for a zip line now? Or are you ready to drop from the parachute from an aeroplane? You have to be a very honest. When you say, I want to be adventurous, are you ready to go for a trekking now? Fantastic. Great. Right. I want to get appreciation. I want to get appreciation. No. Yes. Okay. Definitely. Okay. Right. I want to be loved. I want to be loved. Sometimes at least. Yes. Yes. Okay. I want to achieve in life. I want to achieve in life. Okay. Super. I want to know what my future is. I want to know what my future is. No. Some of them are telling no for knowing their future. Why? Then you will not feel safe, right? Again, the same questions, no, your answer is connected to all the questions. If you say yes for one thing and it will tap the other question as an opposite. That's why it's a trick. If you say no for knowing the future, then you are already not ready to be adventurous. Somewhere you don't feel adventurous to know the future. Knowing the future ahead is also an adventurous. It's not prediction. I'm not talking about prediction. It's just, no, suddenly if you want to know what your future is, how would you feel? And I want silence. I want silence. Yes. Okay. Great. Super. Thank you so much for being so actively participating in the chat box. More power to you. Congratulations to all of you for being so active. That's great. So now all these questions are related to the food that we feed to our brain. Okay, how we feed, how much we are hungry of certain needs and how much we are not hungry of certain needs, how much we have overeaten that food or how much we are starving that food. All these will come now. Okay. So now what are all the 7 psychological needs? So one by one we will be processing it. Now first psychological need is the comfort. Okay, is the comfort. So always whatever we always do only towards keeping ourselves in the comfort zone. How many of you feel that? Yes, true. I keep myself always in the comfort zone. Even if small things are not comfortable, then I'll try to fix it as much as possible, not being in the uncomfortable zone, not experiencing that uncomfortable state. Okay, so somebody says not always. That's fantastic. That's great. So most of us, we try to keep our zone very comfortable. Just in case, think of a situation you are traveling in a train and you have booked a third AC with good in a good train. Unfortunately, the bay that you have got is not so nice or it is not so clean, and there are a lot of nuts and bolts loosened and it's not intact. And when you are traveling, you hear a lot of jerks and noise the whole night, and you have one person lying above your head, snoring the whole night. How will you feel there? How will your mind work on that state? How will your feeling be? What is your feeling if you are experiencing that? It's an uncomfortable state. Correct? It's an uncomfortable state. That means the food is not served at that time. Correct? You are starving. You are starving for comfort at that time. You are starving for comfort at that time. So naturally, when you are starving with hunger, what will you do? You will get irritated, frustrated, you will feel like shouting. All those things are happening during that time when you are not served that comfort zone. But in this journey, can you assure that you can be always comfortable? You can be always comfortable. Sometimes that has happened, no? You have to work for certain hours and you miss to bring the lunch box and you cannot go out and buy food. You had starved not taking food. Think of the time when you were a child and your mother was calling you to eat food. You skipped the meals because you wanted to play for a long time. Correct? Have you ever done that? You skipped your meals. You did not give that food. You starved happily. Did you starve happily to play? Did you starve happily to play a few times? Correct. It has happened, no? Every time whenever we are hungry, we don't get food, no? All the time do you get food whenever you are really hungry? We may get after some time, or you will get before itself. Before even we get hungry, we'll be forced to eat the food sometimes. Correct? So we adjust for that. No? Sometimes we get food early, sometimes we get food late, sometimes the food is not what we intended to eat, but it's served. Sometimes we are forced to eat which food which we don't like. Sometimes we eat the wrong food also. Correct. So we still don't mind. No, all those things happen every day. We don't mind. Sometimes we don't take it serious. We just go with the flow. Correct. Most of the time we go with the flow. It's okay, fine. One day I missed the meals. One day I took food little late. Unless otherwise it is creating some headache, we don't give importance to that new thing, that is the change that is happening. புரியுறதா இப்போ? So this comfort you need to think as a food for your brain. And if you don't have comfort at that time, what is that your mind is saying? I want that comfort. Like a child, you are crying inside to bring the comfort back. Correct? So, when the comfort is not possible at that time, you need to make peace with the situation. You need to internally say, I can live with this discomfort at this moment. I can live with this discomfort at this moment. So this is about the under feeding of the comfort. Okay, the comfort zone is lower now. Think of too much of comfort zone. If you are giving too much of comfort zone to you and not taking action or not getting up out of the bed or not doing the exercise you are required, that is also not good. Do you agree with that? If you give too much comfort to your body and not allowing the body to explore that uncomfortable state at all, that is overfeeding. That will give indigestion. Similarly, if you give too much comfort to your body and everything is taken care, how many of you are taking care of your children so very well, micromanage, எந்த கஷ்டமும் வராம பார்த்து பார்த்து வளர்க்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு குழந்தைங்களுக்கு கம்ஃபர்ட் ஜோனை கொடுத்து கொடுத்து வளர்த்தா என்ன ஆகும்? அதோடைய எஃபெக்ட் பின்னாடி தெரியும். ஸோ என்னெல்லாம் சேஞ்சஸ் வரும்? இந்த கம்ஃபர்ட் ஜோன் வந்து எய்தர் இஃப் யூ ஃபீட் மோர் ஆர் இஃப் யூ ஃபீட் less. What is the difference that will make in our life? I'm going to show you now. Okay? Right? Okay. So, in the comfort zone உடைய disturbances, the comfort zone உடைய disturbances வரும்போது என்ன ஆகும்? Emotional imbalances ஏற்படும். What are all the emotional imbalances? Anxiety and fear, insecurity, feeling unsafe, financial worries for adults, and depression. Okay, the comfort zone disturb ஆகும்போது, whether it is overfed or underfed, or you are not able to balance. So if you have that idea, this is the food I need to balance, sometimes it may come more, I have to say stop, no comfort zone. Sometimes I will lose more comfort, so I need to come to the comfort zone, so I will take the comfort zone. If you need a rest for half a day for your own self and you are not giving that rest and you are running behind the children and the family always, there you are lacking that comfort zone. So sometimes you create that lack, you miss the meal, or sometimes the people don't give that, the environment, the situation does not give the comfort zone. There you need to make peace with your mind. This is a food. Comfort is a food for the brain. Sometimes it will be more, sometimes it will be less, but I need to be mindful for balancing. என்னுடைய கம்ஃபர்ட் ஜோனை நான் எப்பவுமே ஒரு பேலன்ஸ் ஸ்டேட்ல வச்சுக்கணும். எப்படி? ரொம்பவும் கம்ஃபர்ட் ஜோன்லயே உட்காரக்கூடாது, ரொம்பவும் uncomfortable ஸ்டேட்லயும் இருக்கக்கூடாது. I have to balance here and there, and I have to be very mindfully giving this food to my mind so that mind is perfectly balanced with the emotions. So what are all the behavioral imbalances? You will feel ungrounded. எப்படி ungrounded ஃபீல் பண்ணுவோம் அப்படின்னா, அடிக்கடி தடுக்கி விழுவோம், காலை தடுக்கும், நடக்கிறச்சே ப்ராப்ளம் வரும், லெக்ஸ்ல பிரச்சனை வரும், ஹிப்ல பிரச்சனை வரும், and then you will என்ன சொல்றது, தடுமாறும் சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? பேலன்ஸ் இல்லாம இருக்கும்போது என்னெல்லாம் நடக்குமோ அது எல்லாமே நடக்கும். நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ற வார்த்தையிலே பார்த்தா தெரியும், பேலன்ஸ் இல்ல, மதியில பேலன்ஸ் இல்ல, நடக்கும்போது பேலன்ஸ் இல்ல அப்படின்னா, somewhere you are not balancing your comfort food. எங்க நான் கம்ஃபர்டபுளா ஃபீல் பண்ணலையா, கம்ஃபர்டபுளா ஃபீல் பண்ணலன்னு நான் ரிக்ரெட் பண்றேனா, I am not comfortable, I am feeling bad, then there is no balance. I am not comfortable, I am okay with that, that is balance. I am too much comfortable, that is not balance. I have enough comfort, that is balance. You understand that? புரியுதா எல்லாருக்கும்? கம்ஃபர்ட் ஜோன் ஹேஸ் டு பி இன் பேலன்ஸ். அது பேலன்ஸ்ல இல்லைன்னா என்ன ஆகும்? இதான் ப்ரொக்ராஸ்டினேஷன் ஏன் வருது? You want to be very cozy and comfortable, so because you don't want to get up, you postpone doing the things. And overly materialistic because all the situation, the materials only give more comfort to the body. You know, nalla cushion chair, nalla or super bed, AC, and the coffee state, and the அதெல்லாம் தான் நமக்கு அந்த கம்ஃபர்ட் ஜோனை நிறைய கொடுக்கும். ஸோ இப்போ என்ன ஆகும்னா பாடி மேல ஃபோக்கஸ் போகும்போது நமக்கு எதை பார்க்கணுமோ அது மேல ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணாது. ஒரு இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் விஷயம் இருக்கு, ஒரு மணி எடுத்து வச்சிருப்போம், கீழே வச்சிருப்போம், அதை போய் எடுத்து வைக்கணும் அப்படின்னு தோணும். ஆனா அந்த கம்ஃபர்ட் ஜோன்ல இருந்து எந்திரிக்க வேண்டாம், we can be staying here for some time அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு we'll be staying in that state and we'll forget. And then suddenly after 2-3 days we will remember, oh my god, I did not keep that money in the drawer. Is it there? If you go and see, it may be there or it may be missing. So you lose focus on what you need to do because your body will take your mind. Your body will close the mind when you give more comfort. So when you give more comfort, you need to understand, oh my god, நான் வந்து ஒரு பதக்குழிக்கு போறேன், ரொம்ப என்னோட கம்ஃபர்டபிள் ஸ்டேட்டுக்கு கொண்டு போகும்போது என் லைஃப் மேல போகாது, அச்சீவ் பண்ண முடியாது, I have to come out. That you have to understand. Okay. Next psychological need is the need for change. இது எல்லாருக்குமே இருக்கும் இல்லையா? ஒரே ட்ரெஸ்ஸை திருப்பி போட மாட்டோம், ஒரே சாப்பாடை திருப்பி சாப்பிட மாட்டோம் இல்லையா? திருப்பி திருப்பி new things, I want new things, I want new things, I want new things. So the change is also in food that we need to give because it will become boring. But if you give new things always, if you give new things always, will you master that? Suppose if you are going to read new books every day without even observing it or repeating it or studying it, மேலோட்டமா shallow ஆயிடும். The more change you insert in your life, it will become shallow. If you want to deeper things, then you need to stop the change for certain time and do the same thing repeatedly for certain time. Then only you will master. Every day புதுசா dish பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா 365 days if you do some 365 dish, then will you remember one of the dish? வராது, ஞாபகமே வராது. So if you want to remember certain things, or you need to have a neurological network or the pathway created in your brain, you need repetition of things to happen. At the same time, repetition will become monotonous and it will give fatigue also. So here you need to have a balance of how much you can give change to your life and how much you need to have the repetition or the monotonous things. But என்ன பண்றோம், நம்ம தேவையில்லாத இடத்துல இந்த சேஞ்சஸை யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு எங்க நமக்கு கிரியேட்டிவிட்டி, எங்க நமக்கு ஒரு இம்பார்ட்டண்டா லைஃப்ல க்ரோ ஆகிற இடத்துல நமக்கு தேவையான சேஞ்சஸ் பண்ணணுமோ அங்க சேஞ்சஸ் பண்றது இல்ல. நம்ம ஃபுட்ல, ட்ரெஸ்ல எல்லாம் சேஞ்சஸ் கொண்டு வந்துடுறோம். பீப்புளோட பழகிறதுல, ஒரு பீப்புள் கிட்ட நம்ம நியூ பீப்புள் கிட்ட பழகிறதுல, நியூ ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் மெயின்டைன் பண்றதுல அந்த சேஞ்சஸை நம்ம கொண்டு வரதுல அங்க என்ன செய்யறோம்னா, ஐ டோன்ட் வாண்ட் நியூ பீப்புள், ஐ டோன்ட் வாண்ட் த சேம் பர்சன், சேம் பிஹேவியர், சேம் ஆட்டிடியூட், எல்லாம் மாறவே கூடாது. சடன்லி இஃப் ஒன் பர்சன் சேஞ்சஸ் த ஆட்டிடியூட் டுவர்ட்ஸ் யூ, யூ கான்ட் பியர் தட், யூ பிகம் anxious. ஸோ அகெயின் அங்க என்ன ஆகும்னா, கம்ஃபர்ட் பிரச்சனை வரும்போது யூ வில் ஹாவ் ஃபியர், யூ வில் ஹாவ் ஃபியர். Change அப்படின்ற food, if there is a imbalance, either you have too much uncertainties happening in your life or nothing is changing in your life. ரெண்டுமே மாறல அப்படின்னு சொன்னா then you will have anxiety. The second emotion that you will encounter is anxiety and stress. That is why children are having this change need too much happening when they are going to the exam. When they are going to the exam, they become anxious, panic attacks. இதெல்லாம் எப்போ வரும்னா அந்த சேஞ்சோட பேலன்ஸ் இல்லை அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க. So now what is your duty to do is to balance this in your mind. Like, I am ready to accept the change. Change will happen. Sometimes it will be new. Sometimes I will fail. But I will learn new things. I have to learn. இது எனக்கு வராது, அது எனக்கு தெரியாது, இது எனக்கு பண்ண வராது அப்படின்னு நம்ம தள்ளி வைக்காம, you have to jump in and try to learn new things that will help you to add more change in your life. Certain things you need to repeat again and again because it's a daily rituals, daily meditation, and the mari sila vishayangala you need to repeat. Stop changing it. So that is also necessary to have the balance. If you have imbalance in this food of change, you will encounter guilty feeling because you wanted to do, but you are afraid and anxious, so you are not changing in your life, so you are guilty. Or you don't want to do and you did it and you failed, and because of that you are guilty. Then emotional instability, anxiety vandaachinaale emotional state unstable ஆயிடும். You can't have a balance completely, you can't have balance. And then creativity irukad. When you are not ready to change, you cannot be creative. Fear of change, fear of uncertainty will be there always. So new opportunity edukanona mato. You have potential, but just because you can't change, you can't use this food inside your brain, mind, then the opportunity goes away. Then behaviorally என்ன டிஃபரன்ஸ் இருக்கும்னா you will be depending on others. தனியா என்னால எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியாது, யாராவது ஒருத்தர் துணைக்கு வேணும், எங்க போனாலும் யாரையாச்சும் கூட்டிட்டு தான் போகணும், இல்ல I want somebody's help. That is the fear for change. Because if I do it alone, I will fail. I don't know how to do, I can't learn alone. All these comes from the fear for change. So the fear of intimacy, peopleோட புது peopleோட போய் பேசணும்னாலும் பயம். பீப்புளோட எந்த பீப்புளோட பேசுறதோ, அசோசியேட் பண்றதோ, நியூ சோஷியல் நெட்வொர்க் கிரியேட் பண்றதோ, சோஷியலைசேஷன் எவ்ரிதிங் இஸ் அ fearful state. So இப்போ என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, இந்த ஸ்டேட்ல இருக்கவங்க some kind of addictionல போவாங்க because they have guilt. They have guilt. How will a guilt go? A guilt will go by escapism. Somewhere you will get into some kind of addiction, even mobile addiction or just whiling away. Procrastination is also an addiction. Sometimes procrastination also becomes an addiction. நம்ம அடிக்ஷன்னா உடனே இந்த ட்ரக் மட்டும் அப்படிலாம் நினைக்க வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லை. சாதாரணமா ஒரு டைப் ஆஃப் sarcasm, using sarcasm is also an addiction. So we will go into some kind of trait which we do continuously. And then overindulgence, feeling of suppression will also have when you fear for change, because nobody is suppressing from outside. You are suppressing yourself inside for not changing or taking the new opportunities. But it will be reflected by other people. So நம்மளே தான் நம்மளை சப்ரஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறோம் சேஞ்சுக்கு. Uncertainty எனக்கு வேண்டான்னு, ஆனா we started feeling somebody is suppressing us. So the third psychological need is called importance. Importance. How many of you want to get that feeling of importance, like attention, appreciation, all these things? How many of you want that? Everyone, right? Everyone. Correct. Okay. So this, what are all, so this importance, if we don't get, well, how will you feel? How will you feel when you don't get the importance? If you are not shared something in the house and everybody knows you are not shared, what will happen? You don't know one thing, but everybody knows that. You feel left alone. You feel as if not important. When you are not in a team, you feel like what? Quitting, no? Going away from these people, or you don't want to. Sometimes you say, no, I don't want to live with these people because they are not showing importance to me. They are not giving importance to me. Correct? So here I want you to understand the importance. Giving importance is nothing but the respect. The respect we talk about, no? How much I respect others and how much I want respect for me. Here, note it down. Everybody's need is unique. Okay? You give more respect to the person opposite side because they are wanting that need. Suppose they are not giving back that much respect, there you have to understand they can give only that much. It is a manufacturing defect. Okay? You may not feel like, no, I don't get the equal respect that I give. Here that uniqueness you have to understand. No, நான் கொடுத்த அளவுக்கு சாப்பாடு அவங்க சாப்பிடணும். நம்ம சாப்பாடுக்கு எப்படி கேலிபிரேட் பண்ணும் இல்லையா? அவங்க நீடுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி தான் நம்ம சாப்பாடு கொடுக்க முடியும். அவங்க நீடுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி தான் அவங்க சாப்பிட முடியும். So you cannot equate the level of respect you are giving to others and expecting them to give you back the same respect, because it is not possible for every human being, which is the truth. We may have a rule that it is the rule that if I give respect, they have to give. It is there as a rule book, but as per human nature, it is not possible because the brain has its own way of giving the need and taking the need. Giving the need and taking the need, it is a manufacturing way or the experiences they have. So, எனக்கு இம்பார்ட் நான் கொடுக்குற மாதிரி நான் கொடுக்குறேன். It is my duty. But if they don't give, then if I change, அவங்க எனக்கு ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணல, அதனால நான் மாறறேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு நம்மளோட ஒரிஜினல் நேச்சர்ல இருந்து நம்ம சேஞ்ச் ஆகும்போது நம்மளுடைய நீடை நம்ம சேஞ்ச் பண்றோம். நம்மளுடைய நீடை நம்ம என்ன செய்யறோம்? சேஞ்ச் பண்றோம். நம்ம கொடுக்கணும், நமக்கு அதுதான் பழக்கம். நம்ம அவங்க ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்றதா நமக்கு பழக்கம். ஆனா அவங்க நமக்கு ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க அப்படின்னு சொன்னா, இஃப் யூ சேஞ்ச், யூ ஆர் கோயிங் அகெயின்ஸ்ட் யுவர் நேச்சர், that you are artificially creating a new self towards that person alone, which will create imbalance in your body and life. So, I want you all to remember this. If I am a person who will respect other people, I will keep respecting the same way in spite of I get the respect or not. How many of you can promise this? You can do this. I am a person who will give respect this much, but in spite of how much respect I get back, I will not change my character or the personality because I want my mind to be in balance. I don't want my mind to starve in importance just because they are not giving back. Okay, it's directly affecting your physical body also. It will give diseases. Okay, it will give acidity, it will give liver, pancreas, diabetes. All these things will come if you are a person who will respect other people, but you stopped doing that just because they are not giving. Do you understand that? So, be mindful. If you are going against your own rule, then you will suffer, they will not suffer. So this is the mind food. It's about the food that you are going to give your food, give your mind. So emotional imbalances in this giving respect and taking respect. Suppose other people are not respecting me, I will feel low self-esteem. I will feel lack of confidence. Then I will have anger and rage. Then I will feel powerless because they are very powerful. I will also feel very shame. Just because you are expecting respect from a person who cannot respect, because it is a manufacturing defect. It is the brain's processing type. It is not that purposefully they can't respect and all. It is the brain processing. It is about the uniqueness of every human being's need, mind need. Okay. So if you are expecting that and if you are not getting, please understand, it's okay, fine. I can respect myself. I have my respect for myself. I can have that feeling. I don't need to depend on their words or their respect. Okay. And then behavior imbalances, it will give procrastination. Just because you don't respect, you don't want to do it. That is why you procrastinate. Perfectionism, whether if I do it perfectly, I will do it. Otherwise, I will not do it because people will judge me. People will judge me and they will not respect me. So here the judgment comes. Okay. And over competitiveness, or I want to prove myself the best. So I will go overdo things to prove myself so that I become the best person. People see me, people congratulate me, people appreciate me. So I go beyond my limits and go and do it. Suppose if it is in the productive way, like you want to become no, upgrade yourself, you want to do some action and you want to change more comfort zone இருந்து வெளியில வரணும், அதுக்காக பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா பண்ணலாம். பட் வெறியா நம்ம பண்ணக்கூடாது. வெறியா பண்ணும்போது என்ன, அந்த இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ்க்காக பண்ணக்கூடாது, ப்ராசஸை என்ஜாய் பண்றதுக்காக பண்ணலாம். சப்போஸ் இஃப் யூ ஆர் டூயிங் சம்திங் ஜஸ்ட் ஃபார் என்ஜாயிங் தட் ப்ராசஸ், you can become competitive. That motivation will help you grow. But if you are going and doing only for that person's appreciation or being on the top or to prove yourself to others, then it will have effect on your body and mind. It is not good for you. And aggressiveness will come, control issues will come. So wherever we have control, too much control, we can see other people are repelling, other people are fighting. You are too much controlling. Stop controlling. If you listen, be aware, that importance food in the mind is having imbalance, whether you are overeating that importance or undereating that importance. Feeding the mind more or less, you need to have the balance. Okay. The fourth psychological need is called love and connection. We all want to be loved, no? We all want to be loved, and we all want to have a lot of social connections, good time. But when you don't have, you give love to one person very much, but you don't get the love same way from other person, what will happen? Immediately you will stop loving them. Correct? Immediately you will stop loving them. When you stop loving them, what happens? Your mind's need to give the love is being stopped. Right? You want to share love to others, that is a need for your mind. Your mind will receive as well as give. So there, the giving part you are blocking just because you are not getting it from them. There also, please be aware, everybody's way of expressing emotions like love and connection will be completely different. Somebody will be liking to show love and connection by gifting. Some people will share by appreciation. They will be using words. Some people will pat on the back and tell well done. Some people will say, take their work and sacrifice for them. Some people will give money. Some people will, sometimes they will work for them, help them to finish some job. So everybody will express love and connection in a different way. Suppose if we don't understand, I am gifting that person every birthday, but she is forgetting my birthday. Immediately we'll stop loving that person. Just because the transaction is not same. There you go and see the intention. Really, if that person is not in a state of remembering even their parents' birthday or even their own wedding days, if they are forgetting, how can they remember your birthday? If she is remembering everybody's birthdays and only your birthday she is forgetting, then somewhere you may think I am not important. Again, this importance need will come. Then you can ask, why should I be important to her? It's okay if I am only less important. Can we survive with that thought or not? Should we be important to all? Everybody should we be important to everybody always, all the 24/7. If someone in your colleague is asking, no, I want you to keep me as importance all the time. So 24/7, 365 days, whenever I message, you have to reply. Whenever I call, you have to give me back the call. Whenever I call you, you have to come. So I should be my priority. If all the associated people around you is telling you like that, how will you feel? அப்படியே பிடுங்குற மாதிரி இருக்கும்ல, நம்மள பிச்சு பிடுங்குற மாதிரி இருக்கும் இல்லையா? எல்லாரும் என்ன இப்பவே கவனிக்கணும், எனக்கு லவ் கொடுக்கணும், என்ன நீ அட்டன் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு சுத்தி நம்மள நின்னு 24/7 எப்ப நான் கேட்கிறேனோ அப்ப கொடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா எப்படி நம்மளால முடியுமா? முடியுமா? Can we do that? Say yes or no in the chat box. Not possible. Not possible. Correct? So if that is not possible for us, can we expect the same from others? எனக்கு வேணுங்கிற போது நீங்க எனக்கு அட்டென்ஷன் கொடுக்கணும், எனக்கு வேணுங்கிற போது நீங்க லவ் கொடுக்கணும், எனக்கு வேணுங்கிற போது நீங்க இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நம்ம ஒருத்தரை எதிர்பார்க்கலாமா? Can we do that? We cannot do that, right? When we can't give that to everybody every time when they need, we cannot also ask for that from everybody whenever we need. Suppose if you don't get that love and connection from your spouse or your mother or someone, when you need to have this idea in your mind. This food is having some imbalance. Now I have to fix it. I have to go and make peace with it. I cannot expect love and connection from everybody when I need. But who is there to give? One person is there to give you always. Who is that person? One person will be always there to give you whatever you need. You need importance, you need love and connection, you need comfort, you need change, whatever. One person can give. Who is that person? Yes, ourselves. Ourselves. We can give for ourselves. We cannot expect anyone else in this world to support us when we need. Okay? So we can have our love. We can have our importance. We can say, no, good job. You did good job. You can say, like, you are very sweet. You can go to the mirror and say, I love you so much. You can tell in the face of your own self, you are a super girl, super boy. You are the best person I have ever seen. You can go and tell in the mirror to yourself so that you bring the balance of this food, this psychological need. Suppose if it is imbalanced, what will happen? If you are dependent on one person's love and if you lose that love, then you will get into this grief. And if you don't get the love, you will get into anger. Now we can see, in teenagers, when the girl is not ready to love and the boy falls in love and they go into that level that even kill the girl for not allowing that girl to go and choose another boy. And jealousy will come, fear of betrayal. Now, how many times we feel the fear of betrayal? When we feel the fear of betrayal, that means our expectation has gone beyond our limits. Only when we have very great expectations of love from others, we feel this betrayal and lack of compassion. We also don't feel, sometimes they are not in a state of giving the love. அங்க சட்டையில இல்லைன்னா நம்ம கேட்டா எதை கொடுப்பாங்க? அவங்களுக்குள்ளேயே லவ் இல்ல அவங்களுக்கே அப்படின்னு சொன்னா நான் போய் பிச்சை எடுக்கிற மாதிரி கேட்டா எப்படி கொடுக்க முடியும் இன்னொருத்தரால? ஒருத்தரால நமக்கு அன்பு கொடுக்க முடியலன்னா they are actually they are lacking, they are starving for love. அதனால நமக்கு அன்பு கொடுக்க முடியல. There we need to fill our cup and we need to give love to them. We have to shift roles. When we feel the love is not coming to us, you start giving love to them. You start filling their cup, filling their heart with love. Take care. That is where you develop the compassion. And because of that, what is the difficulty? Difficulty in relationship, difficulty in empathy, bitterness will come, isolation will come. I don't want any people. I don't want to talk to them. And we can't forgive them for not showing love when you need. Is it ethically correct? Whenever you wanted love, they couldn't show you. For that, you are having grudge towards them. How can you have that? That means some other person can also grudge towards you because you didn't give love to them when they needed. Are we giving love to everybody when they need? Are we showing our love to everybody in our family? Some people we don't show love. We don't want to show. We have that bitterness. Correct? No, drop it. No, drop all the bitterness, drop all the things. Think everybody can give what they have. Everybody can give what they have. You can upgrade yourself because you are in this meeting now. You are learning all these things. So now you can upgrade yourself. Feed others with love. Feed yourself with love and feed others with love. Okay? Next psychological need is the need for growth. That is the feeling of achievement. Everyone wants to have this feeling of achievement, right? ஏதாவது சாதிக்கணும், ஏதாவது செய்யணும் அப்படின்னு இருக்கும். அதை செய்யாம நம்ம தடுக்கக்கூடியது என்ன? இந்த கம்ஃபர்ட் ஜோனுடைய ஃபுட்டு சேஞ்ச் ஆயிடுச்சு. இப்ப ஜங்க் சாப்பிட்டோம்னா ஹெல்தி ஃபுட் சாப்பிட முடியாது. அதே மாதிரி if you allow our comfort zone to go deep inside and full our body, growth will not happen. நீங்க நினைச்சு பாருங்க, ஒரு மூட்டை ஃபுல்லா வெயிட்டா இருக்கு அப்படின்னா அந்த மூட்டையை தூக்கி நடக்கிறதுக்கும் மூட்டையில ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல சின்ன பேக் தான் அதை வச்சு நடக்கிறதுக்கும் 2 பேர் நடக்கிறதுக்கு யார் ஃபாஸ்டா நடப்பாங்க? லைட் வெயிட்டா இருக்கிறவங்க தான் ஃபாஸ்டா நடப்பாங்க. ஹெவியா இருக்கிறவங்க நடக்க மாட்டாங்க. கம்ஃபர்ட் ஜோன் மீன்ஸ் வாட்? You are going to stagnantly stay in one place. That is the comfort zone. That means what? You are putting all the weight in your body in one place. So you cannot grow. When comfort zone is more, you cannot grow. All the people who are growing are always running. They are not staying at home. They are not having food on the right time. But they are growing. They are running. They are active. They are keeping themselves completely alive and active. That's why they are growing. Those people who are sleeping, eating and having good time at home, they cannot grow. That means it's opposite. When you have comfort, you cannot grow. When you have growth, you cannot have that much comfort. You can balance it. Little bit of comfort and growth. Some comfort and growth. You have to balance it. Suppose if you lack the growth potential, so because you are tightly tied with the comfort and you are not growing, what are all the imbalances you will feel? No, you will have fear of speaking, you will have shyness, sometimes you will have dishonesty, sometimes lack of self-expression because you want to grow, but you are stopping yourself. People will say, no, you don't have potential. Then you say, no, 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 the opportunity is not right for me. That is that, this is that. We will get all our excuses, which is called the dishonesty. And lack of self-expression. We don't want to express ourselves because we are not growing, which is also creating shame in us. And behavior imbalances, we will start gossiping because we are stuck in the comfort zone and we are not growing. We want to pull others also into the same zone so that we have some friends. So we'll start gossiping and difficulty in expressing thoughts. Social anxiety will be there. We will be having we can't move with people, we can't talk to new people, we always withdraw from communication or we do miscommunication. All this happens when the growth potential is being stopped because of too much of comfort zone and sensitivity criticism. That is importance. The importance needs is related to sensitivity criticism. Suppose somebody tells something about you that this is not right, that is not right, immediately we go into a shell because we can't become imperfect. But there is no perfection in this world. In this world, everything is imperfect. Every day, whatever we do is the perfect state of that moment. Next moment, you can upgrade. But when you do at this moment, that is the perfect state. So when you see from the next moment, இப்போ இப்போ முன்னாடி நடந்ததை இப்போ நான் வாட்ச் பண்ணும்போது ஓ இதெல்லாம் நிறைய தப்பு பண்ணியிருக்கேன் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா இட்ஸ் அ ஃபீட்பேக் தட் ஐ ஷுட் நாட் டூ இட் நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம். தட்ஸ் ஆல். There is nothing to be afraid of criticism or nothing to be afraid if somebody tells you wrong. Okay, if they tell you wrong, it is that அந்த momentல you didn't do it. அவ்வளவுதான். So next moment you have upgraded and next moment you will change it. That's all. It's only a feedback. So always mind there is no criticism in this world. It is only a feedback. Whenever people tell you it is wrong, take it as I am getting a feedback. That's all. If you know that, say yes, I know I am changing. If you don't know that, say thank you for telling me. That's all. Finished. Okay. So next need is the contribution. Serving people, helping people, that is also a need. We also need to do that. If you don't do that, then we will also get contained and we will never grow. For growth to happen very nicely, we need to have growth in our life. So we need to contribute. We need to help people, serve people in at least a minimal way every single day. That is a need for every day. All these needs you need to satisfy every single day. Every single day you need to have comfort. Every single day you need to have certain new things. Every single day you have to give importance to yourself. You should not expect from others. You have to give love and connection for your own self. You have to work towards growth and you have to serve people in some way. If you don't serve, then you will also get into a place of confusion, lack of focus, nightmares, delusions, depression. When you have all these things, no, just go out and help people. Start helping people. If you have these problems, or if you see somebody who is having a lot of dreams, nightmares, or not focusing, or delusions, or depression, ask them to get out of the house, move, go to some temple or some places where you can serve people. The moment they go out, serve people, they will come out of this because the contribution need is blocking them and it is giving this confusion. But we can't understand all these things. Okay. Behavioral imbalances, lack of foresight. No, you can't think beyond certain time, difficulty visualizing. Cynicism is always sarcastic comments your people are telling about something. Over reliance on logic and poor intuition. The intuition வேலையே செய்யாது. Only if you go and contribute to others, your intuition will start working because it is directly connected to pituitary glands. The moment you give contribution, the service is triggering one chemical in our brain that is called dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin. This is called happy hormones. One of this hormone will be triggered when you serve people. Only that hormone will trigger the part of the brain which will induce intuition. So that's all connected biologically also, all the psychological needs. So it is completely necessary to do some service to someone, to help someone in every single day. Okay. And the seventh need is to be silent, do nothing, to have a time for your own self to introspect. That is also necessary. How many of you feel that no, so long I have been thinking to just silently sit for some time, but I'm not able to do, right? So this is when you don't give time for this nothing state or just being silent, you will get disconnected with your own self. So you will not know who am I, why am I here there in this world, what is the purpose of life. You will feel like you are got into a chain. ஒரு பெரிய ராட்னத்துல மாட்டிட்டு அந்த ராட்னம் சுத்திக்கிட்டே இருக்கு, நான் அதுல மாட்டிட்டு சுத்திக்கிட்டே இருக்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபீலிங் இருக்கும். இந்த நத்திங் ஸ்டேட்டை நம்ம டெய்லி கொஞ்சம் டைம் எடுத்துக்கலன்னா, தட் இஸ் வை வி நீட் டு ஹேவ் சம் மெடிடேஷன் டைம். அதெல்லாம் ஸோ கன்ஃபியூஷன் இருக்கும். அப்பத்தி இஸ் லைக் ஃபீலிங்கே கிடையாது. நல்லா நடந்தாலும் ஒன்றும் கிடையாது, கெட்டது நடந்தாலும் ஃபீலிங் கிடையாது. ஏன்னா அந்த நத்திங் ஸ்டேட்டுக்கு போகாம இருக்கிறனால, தட் ஃபீலிங் ஆஃப் நத்திங் வந்து நம்ம கொடுக்காததுனால இந்த இம்பேலன்ஸ் ஸ்டேட் வந்துடும். லேக் ஆஃப் பர்பஸ், ஸ்பிரிச்சுவல் டிஸ்இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட், இதெல்லாம் வந்துடும். பிஹேவியர்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா இதே மாதிரி foresight is very important to take decisions. We take decision only by understanding what is going to happen. இதே சேம் poor intuition, reliance on logic, இதெல்லாமே இருக்கும். சரி, இப்ப இவ்வளவு நீட்ஸ் பார்த்தோம். என்னெல்லாம் பார்த்தோம்? கம்ஃபர்ட், சேஞ்ச், இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ், லவ் அண்ட் கனெக்ஷன், growth, contribution, and nothing. All these 7 needs, if it is fed into our mind every single day in some other way, then our mind will be perfectly all right, and we will have good health also, because mind is the master of the body. When the mind is balanced, our body will also get into the balance, and it will help you to achieve your goals beautifully. If your mind is not balanced, then it will actually reflect on your body to bring in lot of diseases. How to balance this? By knowingly, consciously, we will have some routines every single day to balance this food for mind. One is the daily ritual. Daily ritual, you need to create some daily ritual for physical body, some exercise, some breathing, pranayama, or walking, whatever you need to take it, you have to figure it out. Have one small dose of daily ritual. Immediately when you wake up, you have to specifically do that. Then only you should even take the mobile. Nothing else. You should not do anything, even maybe brushing alone. But you have to keep in mind this daily ritual is a food that you give to your mind. Important food that you give to your mind, which will help your balance for the whole day. So instantly morning வந்து first breakfast நல்லா ஹெவியா சாப்பிட்டுட்டோம்னா the whole day நமக்கு எப்படி இருந்தாலும் we can balance. மார்னிங்கே நம்ம ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா மத்தியானத்துக்குள்ள அந்த பசி மீறி போய் ஆல் த டைஜஸ்டிவ் சிஸ்டம் எல்லாம் டிஃபிகல்ட் ஆகி எல்லாத்துலயும் ஃபோக்கஸ் போய் நம்ம சரியாவே வேலை பண்ண மாட்டோம். எப்படி நம்மளோட மார்னிங் பிரேக்ஃபாஸ்ட் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட்டோ, the morning ritual is also very important for mind. So whether you have been doing it or not, you all know it is important, but now you know why it is important. So இப்போ வரைக்கும் நீங்க இதை தயார் பண்ணவே இல்லை அப்படின்னா, today you make a point, you are going to create this schedule from today because you want to live a wonderful life. How many of you feel that I deserve to live wonderful life? You can say yes, me. How many of you want to live a wonderful life? I deserve to live a wonderful life. You can say me. You can say me. Yes. Then it is 100% necessary to follow this ritual. Okay, it is 100% necessary to follow these rituals. You create your ritual, but you have to follow every single day morning. Then have a meditation time where you will satisfy that nothing need will get satisfied during that time. Third one is affirmation. I will show you what is the affirmation. 7 affirmations for all the 7 needs. I will show you in the next slide. Have the paper and pen in your hand to note it down. Fourth one is the organized state. The organized state is also equal to contribution, because you are helping others also to move in a very nice way. If you keep things organized, you are helping others movement in a good way. So if you, even if you don't go outside to contribute, you contribute your effort and services in your house to keep things organized. So that need is also getting satisfied. Moral code and ethics will also help you to have this love and connection activated, because always when you are trusted person, when you are trusted, when people can trust you with some things, moral code and ethics creates trust in you, no? When people can trust you, then they will start loving you, and they will satisfy that need from their places. Spiritual practices is also very important. That will help you to satisfy this contribution need and the importance need, and the change need also will be satisfied. Suppose if you go out for some spiritual practice, you can change new spiritual practices every single day to satisfy that change need. Okay. So now for the affirmation, daily affirmation for all the 7 needs, you can copy this affirmation and say 5 times or 10 times, you until you memorize. Then you can keep on saying while you are walking, while you are cooking, while you are whatever you are doing. So you can say, I am safe and secure for the comfort. I manage uncertainty easily for the change. I give respect and take respect for the important. I love everyone equally for the fourth love and connection. I aspire to grow in life and take actions that is for growth. And I serve for the community, the fifth, sixth one, and I treat everyone equally. If you keep on saying this affirmation every single day, you will stop feeling they are not giving me importance, they are not treating me in this way, I am uncomfortable. Suddenly this came, that came, it is so disturbing, I can't handle. All these words will go away from you if you start using these affirmation every single day. So take a screenshot of it or copy it. Then do recite this and memorize this and keep on saying every single day, like you have to breathe these affirmations. Like oxygen, you have to breathe these affirmations every single day until your last breath. Until you breathe these affirmations. That will help you to keep that food for mind in balance. Okay. So how was the session? Can you just share whatever you felt? Was it really helpful to you to understand, to take control of your life? And you can share your question answers, or there is a feedback form. Please fill up the feedback form definitely, so that it will be a motivation for us to give more sessions like that. Please take a few more minutes to click on the form and please fill up whatever you wanted to share. That will be very helpful for us to go beyond our limits to share a lot of good things to you. And thank you so much for being here, taking your time to know something new in this beautiful evening. Leaving your family, you took time to stay here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Over to Nehaji.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, there is one request. Can you share the affirmation? So you are on mute, ma'am.
Okay, can I share it in the chat box?
Yes, please, ma'am.
Just a second. I'll copy and share it in the chat box. Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am, we can see it, ma'am. Thank you so much. Kavita ji, please, you can use it. Thank you so much, Gayatri ma'am, for your time. And I thank all the participants. We did have a bit of extra time, but you all were patient and I could see you were enjoying the evening and the talk. Thank you very much for your time. And thank you very much, Gayatri ma'am, for your time and valuable experience. Hoping to see you all for our next webinar as well. Thank you and namaste.
Somebody has asked what, for this imbalance of what should I do. For everyone, I would request you to recite this affirmation 21 times every single day for some long time until it goes into your body. Then you will start feeling the balance happening on its own. Because the moment you recite that affirmation, I give respect and I take respect. Suppose you feel somebody is not giving respect, then you will remember, okay, I will give respect and take respect. So I will start giving respect and not expect them to respect me, and that awareness will come automatically, and you will get the balance. Automatically, you will get the balance. Your brain will shift. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nehaji. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank you.
everyone for being here. Have a lovely evening. Bye bye.
Thank
See
you.
you. Take
Namaste.
care.